So, I choose who lives, and of course, who dies. I call the heavens and earth to record this day against you that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. So, we're in a society that chose death. Do you see by all the tattoos? So, pull back a stick and involves the physics of impulse, momentum, conservation of energy. This one's one of my favorites because it says that the laws of conservation states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's only transferred. And my favorite word is transference. Not the way esoterics are, but like a paper towel to wipe something off. Like when you fall and you get stained on the grass. That's transference. Disclaimer, I'm not going to be cruel. The disclaimer, this will be unusual. So in life, accidents happen. We understand that. And, what we're going to do is we're going to see this accident happen and, it's terrible. But this accident really makes me think about a lot of things. So with no further ado,
yes, please.
That was the worst part, was how slow it was, because I had time to consider I'm probably dying, and I'm just profoundly sad that I won't get to see my kids grow up and how much I'm gonna miss.
So I'm going to be really honest. This one's hard for me to do. Okay, so this is him before the accident. And of course, we've seen how he looks after the accident. The accident has disfigured him. So before we go further, this is classified as an internal decapitation, severe life-threatening injury where the ligaments holding the skull to the spinal column tear, causing them to detach. So no, it's not what it is. What it is the bone has been broken and the head is separated, rolling backwards, and it's being held on, being still attached by the ligaments and the veins and arteries. Okay, so the metal that they put in is because of the detachment there, things of this nature. So this one's pretty bad. So
Dying, and I'm just profoundly sad that I won't get to see my kids grow up and how much I'm gonna miss them.
and again, he's to say that they probably gave him an expectancy rate.
Philip Pohle is talking about the moment his life changed forever. In March, the Ohio...
So the problem is, there's this long tree here, and when he picks it up with the shovel, and the shovel's in the air, the tree is going to be, as we say, it's going to be pulled back like a stick. And this is the physics of impulse, momentum, and the conservation of energy. Now, he does not have a roll cage, whatever they call those to that nature. I don't farm much.
Resident who is a maintenance worker for Hocking Hills State Park was internally decapitated when a tree he was moving fell on him and his tractor.
You okay? Hey!
So, right now, the tree hit him in the chin, ripped his chin open, and the chest, and the hit on the chin snapped his spinal, and the head rolled back, and this is why the black box is there.
It was an incredibly windy day, topping out at 60 miles an hour. Me and a coworker were driving down the highway to go get our tractor to bring it back to the shop. We had been using it to move gravel. And there was a tree blocking our path on the highway. So I said, hey, I'll go walk, get the tractor. You go get a chainsaw. We can get this cleaned up, get the road open. I just started pushing on this tree. It was bowing and bending under the pressure of the tractor, building an incredible amount of potential energy. And I lifted the bucket after I got the big tree off the road, and that branch about, or whatever tree this big around, it swung back
Oh, sorry about that. I'm blocking the action.
on me, struck me across
And you can see it roll down. And so,
the chest and shoulders.
You okay? Hey, hey!
It hit me so hard. I was stunned. You know, I couldn't move, but I could think, hear, and see, and I remember blood dripping off my forehead and chin.
Columbus 3463, call southeast.
so here's the cab. He's standing right over him. This is where his head should be, right in here. You can understand. So his head, he could feel it hit him in the chest and chin. And then he felt the blood on his forehead. So at this point, his head's upside down, like it, you know, and so that would mean it ripped his chin open. And when you look at him, you can see the scar on his chin. So it wasn't like this happened yesterday. And of course, the blood would come down onto his forehead and then drip off to the back of the machine. So I believe this is how he's describing it. You know.
I need 911 to my location now.
The tractor continued to roll forward very, very slowly because I couldn't move. My foot was still on the gas pedal. So it was rolling, and the tree that struck me stayed in front of me. The tractor pushed me into it, pushing my head back and back until there was sufficient.
So you can see it there. And since I would have, I don't know where the brake is. I think the brake is right here. And these are the pieces blown out.
Pressure to pull my skull off my C1 vertebrae. My head popped off my spine. I mean, it never hurt, even getting struck by the tree. There was no.
And here you can see an X pattern right on the chin.
Pain. I probably went into shock, but there was no pain, but there was pressure, and then just like when you pull a chicken leg off of a rotisserie chicken, just that cartilage bone cracking pop. I felt and heard that. I was able to drag my feet to the right of the vehicle. And so I was like, wow, I can think, hear, and see, and I can move my feet. But yeah, they got me onto the backboard and into the ambulance, and then
I can't do anymore. Okay, so, and this is what I mean, like, so this makes me start to think about, I choose who lives, I choose who dies. And, of course, these accidents involved, right? Questioning why. You know, the first thing is the little girl's voice in my head. Oh my God, why did God do this? Right? And you know, of course, I'm in a different position, a different aspect of this because, you know, I see that God does these things. You know, everybody wishes that everybody lived forever, but you must have the cycle of life, right? And so it really makes me start to wonder what is the reason for this. Again, man, I bring you blessings, I bring you cursings. And if for the idea that somebody's going to explain you have been internally decapitated, but still alive, it really, well, it's like real God took the stick and pulled it back, right? Bringing the what? the law of what kind of transference, inertia. It bent like a bow. So to pull back a stick, right, and this is very clear, very clear. And so you can see from all these different pictures, whether they're X-rays or, especially the pictures of real faces, unfortunately, this seems to happen to a lot of people. And the weird thing is, again, I don't really want to, where are the pictures of Japanese or Asian people that do this? That's the weird thing. You do not want me to take the blur off. I do not want to take the blur off. I took the blur off once and then saw how it did. And again, here's the same outcome. The eyes don't see straight anymore. I don't know if this is this is the Hawking Hills guy. This is him. So that's it. That's him right there. So this is a little much for me. I've got to watch what I say here. So, this is the fertility smack. This is when you hit someone so hard, it breaks them. And again, you can see there are many people who have this injury. It's obvious. This deals with cursings and blessings. Accept the 10 Commandments. Follow the Most High's laws. Return to the Most High if you're not with. Build your relationship with thy Creator. Shalom.